Hello and welcome to the latest episode of the Mind Body Health Podcast with myself, Dave Sheahan, high performance consultant, and over 25 years dedicated to educating, motivating, and inspiring people just like you to regain control of all aspects of your life, but in particular the mind body health area of your life, which is the most important foundation for you to build on, and it has a catalytic impact on every other area of your life when you have control over it. And it's going to be a big part of what I'm going to speak about on this particular podcast. I hope you're enjoying the podcast so far. Which is your favorite one? Have you listened to them all? Love to hear from you. Make sure you give a rating and review and subscribe where possible, or message me directly and let me know your feedback. I'd love to hear it. On this particular episode, I want to speak to you about why being present is crucial to happiness, why being present is crucial to happiness. And I spoke a little bit just a minute ago or so ago about, what I work with people on is, gaining control, regaining control of aspects of their life. And why would you want to even do that? Well, the bottom line is we should all be striving towards happiness, and we all are striving towards happiness. Like everything you want to achieve in life, your goals, your dreams, the vision you have for your life, the people you want to have in your life, the type of people you want to have in your life, it's all about happiness. The unfortunate thing is that for most people, they're not doing things that can create happiness. They're not setting the goals. Even when they set them, they're not, taking the steps to make them a reality. They're not living very fulfilling lives in, their careers, financial situation, the people they have in their relationships. Some of the people are very toxic. They know they're toxic, but they still do nothing to get rid of them and eliminate them from their lives, or at least limit their exposure to them. They're not taking care of their mind body health area. Know there can be negative, but not doing anything to make it more positive. Feel overweight, not doing anything to make themselves less overweight. Experiencing poor health, not doing anything to experience better health. Not taking personal responsibility. And it's the same with this. Like, how does being present make you happy? Well, being present makes you happy because then you're truly living. You're truly, present in the moment. So there's so many things that will happen in your life, so many people that will come into your life, whether it be temporarily, momentarily, or long term. And how present you are in their presence will have a huge impact on how that relationship will flourish and what you will get from it and the happiness that you will get. So there's just that. Like, a huge problem for most relationships that break down in terms of marital or just partners, the biggest problem is communication, lack of communication. And lack of communication in terms of not being happy with the other partner or person and what they're doing or not doing. Could be either way, what they're saying or not saying, their actions or inactions, all these different things. Not communicating is one thing, and even when it is being communicated, that one party isn't even really listening. That's the case of not being present. So when you're not present, you miss out on things. You miss out on indicators of how you can improve things. You like, again, take a relationship. There might be all the visible signs there, but if you're not really present in your life, you're not consciously living, you won't see these things. You just won't see them. And where it could be very obvious to many people that you need to change something in your life, you won't see it if you're not very present in your life, because you will be oblivious to the signs, to the big red lights that are flashing, going, hey, you need to change things here. You say you want this relationship, you want this career, you want this business, you want to be healthy, you want to whatever. You're not seeing the signs because you're not being present in your life. So there's various ways of being present. There's various types of being present. And that's one of them, the whole, again, in relationship situation. Same as like in a business. If you have a business, you got business meetings, you got business associates, you need to be present in their company. Like, there's nothing better than being with someone and you literally feel like you're the most important person at that time. And that's what you want to do with people who are in your presence. Again, whether it be a partner, whether it be one of your children, whether it be one of your family members, a friend, a business associate, a contact, a new acquaintance, a stranger you just happen to start talking to in the street, anything at all. You want that person to feel like they are the most important person to you at that moment. That's true presence. That being truly present. Like, that's how I try to live my life. And it's not going to always happen. But when I'm in the company of someone, whether it be playing PlayStation or eating or something like that with my son, or I'm talking to my parents or with friends or some new person, or again, someone in business, whether it be Zoom call, face to face, whatever, even if I've never met this person before, I do my best to be as engaged and present as I can be with them. I like that, to make them feel that I was truly interested in them, what they had to say, what they needed, and that they did feel like they were the most important person. So it's an important skill to develop. And it's about desire as well. How much do you want that? Are you just going to be stuck in a hamster wheel forever? Because when you're stuck in a hamster wheel, you're just going from one thing to the next. So, again, like, this is a society and a world that we live in which has created this. It's literally, this is a disease. This is like a virus that people can't be present, and they don't even realize they're not being present. They're in doing one thing, they no sooner finish that and they're thinking the next thing. And if, again, a child or a partner or anyone contacts them and says, hey, will you do this, or how are you doing? They're not even really listening. They might give a half-assed answer, and they're already thinking of the next thing they have to do, because we put too much importance on materialism, consumerism, money, professional success. All these things override relationships. And that's why the world and relationships in general of all kinds are in such turmoil right now, because we've lost that human instinct and ability to be present with the person. I hope that makes sense to you. So once you start being more present in the company of other people, that's really, really important, okay? Another area that's very important in terms of being present is just in life in general. Like, we're going through a journey in life where all kind of things are happening. There's wonderful things happening. There's challenging things happening. We get hit with opportunities constantly. There are opportunities everywhere. It's a case of whether you see them or not. And again, if you're stuck in that hamster wheel, going 100 miles per hour, thinking of only the next thing that you have to do while you're trying to do the thing at the moment, you're going to miss those opportunities. You're not even going to see them. This is why we need to stop and breathe sometimes. This is why we need to do things like meditation, get out in nature, take breaks, set boundaries, so that we let our brain breathe and allow thoughts to fester and move, and engage with our thoughts and see what we think and what we want to do. See what opportunities might be there, how we can embrace them. Same as with challenges, the same thing. Be present with challenges. If you're present with a challenge, then again, you embrace it and decide, how can I overcome this? How can I overcome this quicker and more efficiently and more effectively, so I can move on to the next thing? What can I learn from it? Again, there's so much about being present, whether that be in challenges or opportunities. One of the biggest sadnesses I have in reflecting on and observing people's lives is not being present during things that are going on in your life. Like, not being present in your life. Like, people have this all the time. They could be on holidays, they could be at the beach, could be walking in nature, they could be at a concert, all these kind of things, and they're not really present. They're there, they're physically there, but mentally they're off in another place. Okay. Or even, I saw a great example there a few weeks ago of, I think it was like a concert procession, something like that, and whoever was coming, I think it was someone famous or something like that, was coming down along the road, and all you saw were cameras. And then there was one lady, she's actually elderly, I think she's 70 or something. She looked about that, I'd say. And she's looking at just a big smile on her face, looking at it. Now, who's more present in that situation? Is it the lady who is looking at it and taking it all in the moment as it's happening? Or is it those who are waiting with their camera to try to get the perfect shot or perfect video so they can show it to people and probably instantly share it on their social media? So while this is going on, they're only thinking about, how can I get this working, taking the video in, and then sharing it after, sharing it off with people in messages, or putting on their Facebooks, Twitters, and all that. Who was more present? And this is a sad thing. The reality of this world has become so reactive. It's all about doing something. You have to keep doing something all the time. Sometimes it's about just stopping and just literally being present in the moment. Like, you could be literally sitting on a bench, looking at a lake, a couple of ducks, you might be throwing some food to them or something. There's dogs barking, there's birds flying, and literally just be present, take in what's going on around you, and just be grateful for it. And it's energizing. Like, it's energizing. How many times are people missing out when they're walking in nature? They don't even hear the birds singing. They don't hear the trees rustling. They don't hear dogs barking. They don't hear anything, because they're not present in it. They're just doing it. Like someone going, I'm going to go exercise, or I'm going to go for a walk. Great, they've done that, but they could have been very present during it and engaged with nature and got the empowering, energizing element that nature gives us, which is amazing. It's just like I said, in people's company, whoever it may be, could be a total stranger to someone that you're madly in love with, let's say, or you're meant to be. And you're not really staying present with them. You're not really listening, you're kind of half listening. This is like a cancer in relationships, especially because, like I said, communication is important, and making the other person feel like they are the most important person in the world is super important. So, I spoke about various different ways about being present. As I said, being present is the route to happiness. Now, just to go on that part of it, if you're more present in your relationships, your partner or the other person or your business associate or a child is going to feel that, and they're going to love being in your company during that time. What's going to happen? They're going to want to be in your company even more. You're going to enjoy it even more because you're present at that time in whatever it is you're doing. Okay, so it enriches your relationship. You will be happier within each of those relationships. If it was a business relationship or something from that side of things, it could develop into something quite beneficial and lucrative, and into something massive. In terms of being present in challenges or opportunities, again, you're more likely to seize opportunities and also overcome challenges because you're being more present in them, rather than wallowing about challenges and getting stressed about it and trying to do everything but not really tackling the main thing. Same as opportunities, not even seeing them as they pass you by because you're too busy. And this is the problem. People are too busy doing stuff that's not that important, that is far from being the most important and far from being the most effective use of their time. We need to stop being so busy, and we need to start being more present, and we need to live more consciously. Okay, live more consciously about everything we're doing, all our actions, all our decisions, all our thoughts, how we react to the thoughts. All these things are really important, and we need to become a lot more present about them. Okay. And then, like I said, in terms of life's experiences and going through life's journey, look at all the things that's happening every single day. There's so many events happening every single day that in your life, as I said, just going for a walk, something going on in your house, someone talking to you, you do something, whatever it might be, you go on holidays, you're at a gig, you're at a sporting event, whatever it may be, invest you in everything you're doing. Invest everything into that moment, into that experience. Be present with it. Get everything you can out of it. It's like when I in the past have gone to music concerts, and I'd be big into like dance music, trance music. Armin van Buuren, for instance, someone I'm a big fan of, and I went to his big AOCT 900 in Madrid in, March? I think it was March 2019, and it was 15,000 there, and I was just so present. All that mattered at the time was being there, and I was so present, get energized by the crowd, energized by the music, energized by just the bloody energy that was there. I wanted to get everything out of that experience, and during that whole experience, I got everything out of it than I could have. And it's the same with anything else. Same as when I went to Liverpool against Spurs Champions League final 2019 as well, actually. Again, I was very present for that whole weekend. I was with a couple of friends. I was very present in their company, very present in anyone's company I got into that was someone I didn't know, during the match, after the match, the party after the match, all that kind of stuff. Be present, enjoy the moment. Okay. So being present is the key, guys. Key to happiness. I hope that has made sense. I hope it's stimulated you to make a few changes in the way you live your life, the way you show up when you're with people, whether they're loved ones, whether they're friends, whether they're associates, business colleagues, strangers. I hope it's going to change your outlook on that. I hope it's going to change your outlook in how you live your life in general, how you deal with challenges, how you see opportunities more, and importantly, how you enjoy your journey through life. It's up to you what kind of life experience you create. You are creating it every single second of every single day. I want you to create one that will be so memorable and that will leave you with a smile on your face. So be present. And while you're listening to this, I hope you've been present too. I hope you haven't been looking at your phone. Same thing. Be present in everything you do. When you're present, you get the maximum from it. Hope you've enjoyed that. This is Dave Sheahan here from the Mind Body Health Podcast. Please give a rate and review. Share it out with anyone you feel it would add value to, and keep letting me know topics and questions you'd like me to cover. Remember, a new episode drops every Saturday morning across all podcasting platforms and onto YouTube. Keep taking action and be present.